Hey there, chicken noodle. Don't mind the look here. I'm dragging. I'm dragging. How are you? Um, Chris is finally back to work. The kids have today off for Martin Luther King, I think, today. Uh, I just How are you? I know your daughter went back to school. That must have been a little heartbreaking, huh? It's nice to have your family around. Um, I know I look a mess, but I haven't had the energy. I did do a video this morning. I made homemade Salisbury steaks. They're in the crock pot, but I did them from ground beef. So I did a video on that. Oh, I forgot I had a cigarette lit. And then I ran down to the store that's close by, and because I have been craving quesadillas. Me and Chris did venture out the other day for the first time in a long time because we got hit in this house. They did. They didn't want to go anywhere, chicken noodle. They wanted to stay home. I thought maybe Todd would want to go to the Golden Corral. That's one of his favorites. It's about an hour away from here. He didn't want to go. They just wanted to stay in and play on their, games and talk to their friends. And I went and bought a couple cakes from the bakery section at a grocery store when I was out. They made, Todd wanted chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. I have tons of cake mixes here, but I just wasn't in the shape to do anything. And I know I love Golden Corral too. It's so far away though. And so I bought them each, and I bought a cookies and cream one and a chocolate and chocolate. And Sierra wanted mangoes, so I bought her some mangoes. Uh, and I just cut them and peeled them and put them in a bowl for her. But they just relaxed. We had, what was it? New Year's Eve, we did the live stream. And then New Year's Day, I got sick. Like, well, I think it all started like the week before. There was one day the week before that Chris came home from work. He had worked all day and he was just shivering, just could not get warm. He was just shivering, and just cold. We had him on the couch. He fell asleep at like 7 o'clock. That's unheard of for Chris. That man never gets sick. I'm not lying. And all the years I've been with him for 12 years, and he's never gotten sick. The only time he was down was when he had the hernia operation. And even then, he wasn't down. The day after, he was up and at it doing stuff. Never had a cold, never, nothing. This man has never been sick, never took days off from work, never. So that day when he came home and he was shivering, couldn't get warm, we just threw him on the couch, I had like 3 blankets on him, and then it passed. It was the next day, he was fine, no problems, nothing. It was like it never happened. It's so weird. He never gets sick. So he went to work, and then Sierra started having a sore throat the next day. Sierra had a sore throat. Didn't think anything of it because she always gets stuffy. She's like me. She's always got a stuffy head. She's got allergies to begin with. So it was nothing to us. It's just normal. She had a stuffy head, sore throat. And then he went to work again and nothing. He was fine. And then he got a stuffy head, a stuffy nose, and I've never heard that man with a stuffy head. He's never had a cold. I swear to God, this guy has never had a cold. So he went to work thinking it was just a cold because Sierra had a stuffy head. That's how it's always around here. And even in the summertime, Sierra will get a stuffy head. It's just, she just has that. She's like me. Todd never gets sick, never gets sick. But Sierra gets sick and she takes after me because I'll sneeze a couple times and Once I start sneezing, my head will fill up because I have really bad sinuses. I was supposed to have sinus operations years ago, and I didn't do it. Well, I tested Sierra just because I wanted to see, and it was positive. She didn't have anything else, just the stuffy head and the sore throat. And so we didn't think Chris had it because she stays in her room. Todd stays in his room. They come out, grab something to eat, and go. They don't really hang around out here with us all that much. And he went back to work the next day again, like normal. Apparently, I think because I had put that on here on a community post that Sierra had it, and somebody might have seen it. The work was telling him, they brought him into the office and said his coworkers were complaining that he went in with COVID. He never even got tested. He just had a stuffy head. That's all it took. That's all it took. A few of his coworkers crying like a bunch of fucking babies, excuse my language. Like they've never went to work with a stuffy head or diarrhea or whatever. And they brought him in the office and said he needs to go home because we had Sierra. We had just the day before literally found out she was positive. So we didn't think he had it because he does. I had it back in 2019. I thought that was a point where I thought I was going to die. It was that bad for 6 weeks. And he never got it. Nobody in the house ever got it. It was to the point where I was on death's doorstep, honestly. And he never got it. So we didn't think that's what it was. But every one of his coworkers, I don't want to work with him. And that, you know what? We remember this stuff. Bunch of little prima donnas, if you ask me. Like they've never went into work sick. So he came home that day. He got sent home. So I tested him. We went and got tested, and I tested him, and he was positive. Yeah. And all he had was a stuffy head. He didn't get a sore throat. There was no more fever. Nothing. He was fine. I got a squirrel outside. Squirrel. And he was fine. So he stayed home. He lost a week's worth of pay. And they told him, if it happens again, he feels sick, to go in. So I tested him again the end of the week. The home test said it was negative, but we sent him back to urgent care anyway. And it still came up positive. So those home tests are crap, obviously. So he told his people at work, the head people or whatever, that our test was negative, theirs was positive. And now all of a sudden he can go back to work that following Monday because he tested Saturday or Sunday. And that following Monday he could go back to work as long as he wore a mask and stayed away from everybody. I sent him in with a bottle of Lysol wipes and masks. I said, you know what? You need to just stay away from those little babies there. And I don't care who sees it. This stuff has been going on 3 years now. And he's a pariah now because he's went to work not knowing he even was sick. It was literally one day to the next. One day she had it, and then he went to work the next day. But they're not around each other in here. I swear to God. I mean, they're not. So yeah, I'm sorry. I still have a stuffy head, but I'm fine. Todd had a little bit of a sore throat one day, and then he was fine. Fine. He didn't have anything else. Sierra's back. She went back to school. She was able to go back to last Thursday, even though she was positive a few days before. You just have to wear a mask for 5 days after you go back. Apparently it's something about the time period where it's contagious or something. I don't know. When I caught it in 2019, It wasn't even known yet. They didn't it was October of 2019. I was at work and I worked with the handicapped, and they one guy came in sick the night before. He was throwing up, but the caregivers where he lived in the group home didn't want him staying home sick, so they sent him. So he had been throwing up the night before. I had him that day working on my crew, and a couple days later, my head filled up. I couldn't breathe. I went to the urgent care. First, I went to my doctor. She said it's viral. You just have to let it run its course. And by the third day, it wasn't going away. So I went to the urgent care. They tested me, said it was bronchitis and pneumonia at the same time. Gave me all this stuff. I had like 3 or 4 different antibiotics. In the 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks, I went from my doctor's office, urgent care, back to my doctor's office, back to urgent care. They gave me nebulizers, prednisone, inhalers. My doctor kept saying it was viral. I had to let it run its course. Finally, the coughing was so bad, I thought I broke all my ribs. She finally prescribed me Vertussin with codeine, and that was almost 6 weeks. And the coughing subsided, and I got better. 6 weeks. And there was several times where Chris would leave to work and the kids would go to school, and I didn't think I'd be alive when they got home. It was that bad. I couldn't breathe. Every bone in my body hurt. It was massive. I've never been sick like that in my life. No fever, though. And nobody here caught it. And then months later, when COVID came, and I don't care if I say the word, I'm not worried about it. When that was known and everybody was talking about it and it was all out in the news, my doctor had said, that's probably what you had, because it was when they started talking about it in March, it had been known to have been around before that. They just didn't know it. So I'm thinking that's what I got, because I had never in my life been sick like that, ever, ever, ever. Hey, Ginger Ninja. So he never got it. The kids never got it until last summer. Sierra got it, what, in May? In May, she caught it from her friend in May last year, of this past year. And again, with her, it was just the stuffy head. She had no problems other than the stuffy head. Hey, Ginger Ninja. So yeah, he goes to work now and he stays away from everybody. I said, don't even go into the break room. Don't even bother. Because one person comes down with it, even though they probably caught it from somebody that went to school or whatever, you're going to be the one blamed. That's just how it works. The guy works, he's never been sick. That was why we didn't think about it. You know what I mean? He never gets sick. Not so much as, I mean, nothing. The guy, 12 years, and he's never been out sick for a job. Except for when he had, like I said, the hernia operation. That was it. And he went back to work like a week later. He didn't want to be home. That's how he is. So we just thought, okay, you know, he'd been working outside and it had been wet. He had been working in some kind of tunnel or something, cleaning with water all day. And it was cold. So we just thought he was chilled from being out playing in the water. But now all his coworkers are acting like crybabies. It's like, grow up. Grow up, people. He's someone you want to have on your back when you need help and when you need time off, and he's willing to work. And they're all complaining that he went in there and nobody got sick that I know of. It's like, you're working trucks by yourself anyway. Now, the whole time here, look at right here. I have one in each room of the house. The minute I found out, when I have one in each room of the house. So Todd had one in his room. Sierra, when they would come out, they'd have a wipe in their hand. And if they flipped the light switch, or if they grabbed the door handle or the toilet handle, they had the wipe in their hand. The whole time we found out that was running through here. And he took one of those to work, and he wipes down everything he touches, and he holds one of those. This thing has been around now for 3 years. People need to get over it and just grow up. You don't wanna work with them? That's fine. Just remember that. Just remember that. Y'all work at the same company, so being like that, to me, is not what you just showed your true colors there. Hey, Joe Morgan. We all have families to take care of. Chris is no exception. Yep, they can all go to these events, and they can all go out and have beers and places together and be in crowded rooms with people that you don't know have COVID or not. That don't matter. But going to work is a problem? Please. I hope they see it. They've already burned their bridges with the whole blueberry muffin thing, calling him all kinds of stuff over the loud radio and making fun of him. It shows the kind of people you work for, and I thought it wasn't like that there, but I guess it is, and it's all the guys. It's all the guys, believe it or not. Women are the catty little troublemakers. I've worked with a lot at the hospital. We couldn't even put together a potluck with this group of women because half wanted to order out and half didn't want to cook and half wanted this and half it was the worst thing to try to organize an office party, and it was grown women older than me. Oh yeah, chicken noodle. Oh yeah. You know how when he had that one tooth in the front and he had the rest taken out and he was doing it slowly and all that? They were, that movie, The Goonies, with Sloth, and he had that one tooth in the front? They were making those sounds over the radio. So everybody was hearing it. Every time he got on the radio to say something, that's what they would do. Or they'd be like, do the truffle shuffle or making the Goonies theme. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Apparently, Chris found out it was one guy that ended up quitting and going somewhere else. And that was somebody that was watching our videos and was complimenting us on the blueberry muffins. Found out that it was him. And so right then and there, when I found what was happening, I'm like, you know what? No more blueberry muffins. I had went and bought $100 worth of blueberry muffins over the summer from the orchard, specifically to make muffins over this winter for everybody at his job, just because they all work hard. I know that. But after that, nope. Now all this, and he goes to work, and I said, so how was it today? And he's like, oh, nope, I stayed to myself. I'm like, that's what you got to do. Just stay to yourself. You demonstrated you're a team player. I think they're all butthurt because he started doing other things and going in earlier to warm up the trucks and getting all their trucks warmed up because someone else used to do it apparently, and they stopped doing it and nobody wants to do it. They don't want to. All these prima donnas that have been there longer, they don't want to put that extra effort in. So he was doing it. He was asked to do it, and he don't have a problem. Chris, he don't have a problem going to work. He loves working. So he thought, I'll go. They asked him and he accepted. He was going in earlier and starting all the trucks and getting, well, they had a problem because he was sick and in their trucks. Well, warm up your own truck. Go in there and do it. Like you said, it's a bunch of, he didn't say it, but it's like a bunch of little baby girls complaining. Oh yeah, the muffins, Joe. Remember I was making the blueberry muffins for the guys at work? I'm not doing that anymore. Why waste my time on people that act like that? Yeah. That's what I told them, Chicken Noodle, that their home lives must be so miserable that they feel like they got to pick on their coworkers. He just ignores it. He knows he's a good worker and he'll go in. I said, you must have did something, Chris. I said, they don't just stop talking to you, but I don't know. I only know what he tells me. I know. And it was over the radio, Joe Morgan. So customers could hear that when they pulled up with their trucks and the customer was outside of the truck talking with Chris or something about the job. Yeah. How do you That's not something you want your company to be known for. I mean, I wish I could send you some muffins. I tried to okay, so this is a funny story. When Chris's mother moved to Texas, she loves these special apple fritters from this place here. There's just like a mom and pop's donut shop. It's like a place. That's not a chain of them. And so I got the bright idea. I didn't know about vac sealing yet. So I bought a vac sealer and I got her these big apple fritters and I put them in and I vac sealed. Well, the vac seal just flattened them and all the apple filling just poofed right out. So I figured, okay, I'm going to open the bag and they'll puff back up. No, they didn't puff back up. No. Hey, Jake Hudson. You knew. Hey, Free Hanley. Yeah, you still going through that flare up, Free Hanley? I read that. Oh my God. I know a few people that have that fibromyalgia and all that, and that is ooh, that's awful, awful, awful. I think that was Todd that flew by. I think Sierra's sleeping. Her sleep pattern, she stays up all night and then she sleeps all day. And I keep trying to get her off of that, but I think that was Todd. I hope you feel better. Take it easy. There's not much you can do for that. I know. When those things flare up, it's pretty bad. Jake Hudson, where are you from? I don't recognize the name. I've been off of here. Usually I try to come on once or twice a week, but for me, when I get sick like that, it lingers. But I'm feeling better now. I can smoke a cigarette. You're feeling better when you can smoke a cigarette. Handicapped traveler! How are you and the missus doing? I hope you're all well over there. I know I look like crap. I just got back from the store. Let me tell you, this store is pretty expensive. It's like there's only 2 of these stores. It's a family-owned business, but they always have what you need to a point. I noticed their meat cases are really, really empty compared to what they usually are. And there was hardly any rice. The prices are usually pretty higher there anyway. I go there only for when I need something in a pinch. Hey, Steel and Tree. But yeah, I couldn't believe that store. The produce section, a lot thinner, a lot thinner. I'm glad you're doing well, Handy. Make sure you say hi to your wife for me. Hey, Joe Morgan, Steel and Tree, Eric. Where are you from, Jake? Where did you find us? How did you find this channel? It's nice to see you guys. I know I have been MIA. I have been binge watching The Walking Dead again. I'm on season 6 or 7 now. I was thinking of putting it on instead of jumping on here, but I just uploaded a video, but I haven't dropped it yet. I know Jake is from State Farm. I know. Me and Chris had a real test to our marriage. We really tested the strength of our marriage yesterday. We cleaned out 4 freezers and organized them, and that is a marriage test. Let me just tell you. So that video will be dropping. And I had a 20-pound bag of rice on the top shelf, so my shelves are bowing. All my shelves, even the glass shelves were bowing. Oh, but we managed to get through it. We're still married. We didn't kill each other. This week I'm going to take through those drawers over there with all my cooking utensils, and I'm going to go and start organizing them and getting rid of things that I don't use, that I haven't used, and putting them in bins downstairs and things like that. I do have a couple bins downstairs of things I want to get rid of that I'm just not going to use. Now that I can move around and not be so winded, I still have a stuffy head though. Han Solo, wait, we mentioned you in the video when we were cleaning out the freezers. You are mentioned because he found like 3 or 4 bags of those chicken nuggets, and I'm like, Han Solo. So yeah, they were hidden way in the back. I forgot about them. Stealing treat. Oh God. But you see Chrissy's giving me a little talking to in the video, letting me know no more shopping. Forbidden from meat shopping right now. But we did manage to make some space, but he told me definitely not. Leave it alone. Don't fill the space. Oh, isn't Yellowstone awesome, Ginger Ninja? I have bought every season that has come out. And I bought 1883. And when 1923 comes out on DVD, I'm buying that. I also have the whole Walking Dead on DVD. I just have to go and get season 11, the last season. I have all 10 seasons. Those I can watch. I've already watched The Walking Dead like twice already, all the way through. But I don't know. Like tonight, I'm going to put it back on. Chris, he said the Vikings Valhalla is back on. And so we got to get caught up on that. But oh my God, yeah, the Yellowstone. I love it. I love it. Taylor Sheridan really did a great job with all those series. He did the Mayor of Kingstown too. But I started watching it and I couldn't get into it. So maybe I'll give it another try another time. Yeah. What have you guys all been doing? I mean, really, I know it's probably been the same old, same old. I did see Crazy Irish. I popped in to say hi this morning, but I didn't stay because I was trying to get some things done. I did buy Longmire on DVD because I really like that show, the whole series. That place that we went to and bought all those DVDs for $1, they're having another big sale on the 19th and 20th at their new location. $1 for any DVD, $1 for any season of a TV show. X-Files. I never watched X-Files. I saw that. I actually have him up right now. I do have Primball's video. I'm in the middle of it. The one that's some solutions for the top 10 food shortages expected. I'm in the middle of that. But my problem is just the other day, I went and got 50 pounds of ground beef. And stupid me didn't tell them I wanted it wrapped in butcher paper. You have to I realize now you have to tell them because I got him to do it in 1 pound packages, but I didn't specify the butcher paper. And that's how I like it. Because what they do is they put the meat in a baggie and twist tie it. If you don't tell them you want it in butcher paper, that's how they do it. So I forgot to tell them that I needed it in butcher paper. Because butcher paper, it lasts way longer when you do it that way. So when I brought it home, 51 pound packages, it was, hey, Moonlight. I had to vac seal 50 of those packages into my vac seal bags just to double protect it. That took a lot of time and a lot of my bags and a lot of wear and tear on my thing. So next time I have a note here to remind me to make sure that I mention I want it in the butcher paper too. Yeah, Joe Morgan, we ordered our tubes the last time and they sent us the wrong order. Didn't realize it till Chris already opened a few of the boxes. And I always order the 100s. They sent us the Kings. 25 boxes of the Kings. So I'm waiting for them. They're supposed to send me the right boxes, and I got to ship back the other ones. I'm up, but I'm not running, Moonlight. I was talking to Prepper Stedding this morning on the phone. He called, and we're both coughing up a lung on the phone. I know, I saw that you posted that in Crazy Irish's Ginger Ninja about the pot of stew. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, Robin's Nest. We guess we lost Jake from State Farm. He never answered me about where he's from. It's so nice to see you all. I've been missing you all. I just haven't had the energy. And good thing that I did a lot of those family videos a while back and saved them so I can throw some up every once in a while when I just didn't do, because I haven't been making any videos. The freezer one yesterday was the first one in a while. All the food, like the roast, that pork butt, I did that a while back and saved it. I'd go with the steak fajitas chicken noodle. I love fajitas. I just went and got the round tortillas to make more quesadillas. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Me and Chris, we ventured out the other day because we had some shopping to do. And what was I trying to stock up on when we went? Oh, medicine. We had gone through a lot of the medicines, and the Delsum is what I really wanted to get. So we went to Walmart. Their medicines were wiped out. They had 3 boxes of Delsum left. 3. And so I got 2 of those. They had no infant Tylenol, the infant one. They had the children's, but no infant. And so my son was looking all over for it, couldn't find it. All they had was 2 or 3 boxes of infant Motrin. So I got him that. He'd already had that. But the baby can't have that until she's 6 months old, I guess. I didn't know that. So we spent $99.94 on boxed medicines. Okay. Only when I came home and realized I still had a lot of it. But a lot of it doesn't expire till 2025, so that's good. But I'm glad we got it when we did because there's like nothing on those shelves. They are wiped out. And so we stopped off to eat at this place called Teddy G's, and I just got a quesadilla. Oh my God, it was so good. So good. So now I have a quesadilla brain. I just want quesadilla. Hey, sassy cat. I thought you liked the coffin nail shorts. Chris had no idea about the coffin thing. Yeah. He had no idea about that story I told you about me in the coffin. So the other night he saw the comment or saw a comment about it or something. And I said, "You don't know?" He's like, "No, what?" I told him. And then when we were watching The Walking Dead and Daryl's laying in the coffin to take a nap, Chris said something about it not being very comfortable, and I said, "Oh, I beg to differ." He looked at me funny, and I was like, "Oh, you don't know?" And he's like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." Oh, oh, I think I just went and did handicapped. I just went before I got on here, and I was checking my comments. How you doing, sassy cat? Uh, I can't get them to eat potato soup, Robin's Nest. I tried. Um, that sazon is from Goya. It's a Spanish seasoning. You can get it in the Goya a Spanish aisle. Oh, I do my Spanish chicken and rice with that too. Oh, it's so good. But it's really good on pork. Thank God, chicken noodle, that I've stocked. I should bring out the box and show you. You know what? I'm gonna go get it because I went and bought more. Like I said, $100 worth. And hold on, I came home. I came home and I pulled out the box. This is my box. Hold on. I got to organize it. I think I'm going to need a bigger one. And these are all the ones that I bought the other day. $99, okay, for a box of 225 Tylenols, Mucinex Sinus Max, Delsums. These are $14 a box. I bought 3 of them. One's in the bathroom. And then the 2 Motrin. These were $10 a box, infants. So I came home thinking I didn't have much. These are all Mucinex, day and night, all Mucinex, ibuprofen, like Motrin, all Mucinex. I have Neosporin down there. I stock up on Neosporin when I go out too, but plus I have tons in the bathroom still in the regular bins that we use. You know, when something's open. And this is just my one bin. I have other bins with all my diabetes stuff and stuff like that. But I'm glad that I got all that, honestly, because the stuff is wiped out. And I saw like 2025 is like the longest expiration date. Some of my aspirins are expired already, but that's fine. They've never been opened. I know it does. So these last week, I pretty much didn't take the first couple days when I was stuffy. I took stuff and I could feel it was messing with my stomach. So I laid off and I just wrote it out without all that. And that's why it's taken me longer, because I'm not trying to take all that stuff. Just let it. I saw a pool floaty that was a cat. Chicken noodle. Oh. Cut filters on the hundreds? Just cut the filter part? I never did that. What does that do, cutting the filter? Oh, yeah, handicap traveler. If you like Spanish seasonings, like Spanish food, the Sazon, it's Sazon. And I get the orange packet. There's an orange packet, and then there's a lighter color. I had I have 2 of them. I have 2 vaporizers, the Vicks ones, and you put the little Vicks pad in a little slot, and it can't find any of those little pads to stick in there because they changed the vaporizers and the way they make them so much. I can't even find those little pads you stick in there for them, but it didn't really help her. It just didn't. But I don't get rid of them. Just Josh. Hello. If you're the same one that hangs out with Tribe, hello. Sazon is the bomb, right? I take my chicken, boneless chicken thighs. I've done videos because it's everyone's favorite here. Boneless chicken thighs. I cut them up into bite-sized pieces, coat the crap out of them with Sazon. I use a lot of packages. Put it in a Ziploc baggie, and I marinate it for like overnight. Then I put it in a pan with water just covering the top of the chicken, no more than that. And I boil that down. And as it's boiling, I add a few more packages of Sazon. I know it's a lot of salt and sodium. But, oh my God. And then I take the Goya beans, dump them in with some tomato sauce, cut up potatoes, another packet of Sazon. Let that boil and thicken. The best over white rice. I haven't been able to find them here, chicken noodle. Nowhere. They go right in this. They're thin little ones, like a pointy sticky note looking thing. And then you stick them down into the machine. Oh, you're driving. Oh, you're listening to my big mouth while you're driving? Please don't get into an accident. Uh, it's nice to see you in here though. I uh I I haven't been able to jump on any of their lives because I just haven't been feeling very well. We've had a lot going on in here. But it's nice to have you here. I love you. You don't know me. I know you don't, but I started when Tribe started not Hutch, but Backwoods, and I just love those guys. I do. I do. They're so real. I just love it. I love them all for different reasons, you know. Tribe and his wife, Nisi, told me about how to get the tripod when I first started, and she gave me links to the tripods because I knew nothing about all that. And I got Tribe shirts, t-shirts. It's all downhill from here. And Native is one awesome guy. Oh my God. The guy we were watching when he was doing his backyard and doing the trees, putting the fruit trees in, and oh yeah. I'm not nearly as good with the camera and all that as they are. They've really stepped up their game and they've learned how to do it. I don't care. I just look at me, okay? I don't care. You get me. You don't I just don't. I remember when Tribe first started. Oh my God, he was so new. We were all hanging out and he was just so new. He didn't trying to figure out the computer and the chat and all that. And now he's like right there, knows exactly what he's doing. I know, Native and his rants in the morning in the van. I tuned in every morning. I tuned in every morning to watch those. He was awesome. Yeah, Chris wants to meet some of them. He wants to go down. I can't do traveling, but I told him he should go at the next one that Hutch does and go hang out because he loves those guys. He don't get to spend as much time on here as he wants to. He works a lot. I don't know much about Just Josh. I do know he's hilarious when he's on with all the guys, but I don't know much about his personal channel and all that. But if you should go check his channel out. Joe Morgan, does he have a link? I know him from when he's on with the other guys, and he's so funny. He's just a riot. Oh, when all of them are together, I can't stop laughing. But I've been away for a minute, so I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even been looking down my list. I've been away from the computer, honestly. I haven't had the energy to sit up and stay here for hours. Um, I haven't even been watching my recipe videos, people. I have not. Firefly! I love you, girl. I have your Christmas present here still. I do. It's all boxed in a nice gift bag up on my shelf in my room. You know the shelf with all the snacks on it. And then I have Prepper Steadings downstairs. He and I were talking this morning. He's going to try to come up February, maybe, or March. But he's working his butt off. He's getting his house paid down. He's only got a few more payments, and then he's paid off. He's an inspiration to me. Him and Pinball. Pinball paid his house off too, not too long ago. Oh, thank you, Steel and Tree, for putting Just Josh's link up there. Just Josh, we love watching you. I know I don't comment a lot or anything like that, but just know we love watching you. I just try not to get in everybody's business, you know? I try keep my nose out of people's things and just watch their content and give that thumbs up and give them that support, and I don't get involved in all the problems and all the things that go on. I don't know half of these people, so it's not my place to ever say anything, but because I know there was a while back stuff going on with, oh God, I don't even know this person. Somebody went and met somebody and they got together and I guess it didn't work out. And I don't know them, so but it was a lot going on the other channels. But I do know I love all those guys that we started out with, Backwoods, Tribe, Hutch. Yeah, they've never done me wrong. And they're just so fun to listen to. And they talk about some really interesting stuff. I was watching the other day when Hutch and Backwoods was on, and I was watching from the couch. And I popped in and said hello. But they were talking about I think it was the gun laws and stuff like that. And it's real interesting to listen to because if you don't know about it all, which I don't know a lot of it, I do have my license to carry. I got a unrestricted, and I have a couple pew pews here, but I'm not an avid user. So I learn a lot listening to them. Yes, the secret snack shelf. Firefly. It's nice to see you. I'm still not out of the woods yet, Firefly. I'd really prefer for you to wait before you come up here because I'm still not 100%. I can't get rid of this stuffy head. I just can't. And every day, all day, I'm sneezing still. And I know me. I only sneeze in the morning when I wake up. When I first wake up and have a cigarette, I will sneeze and I'm done for the whole day. But I'm not done. I have to carry around a trash bag with me to throw all my tissues in at night. I got to get my butt out there, Joe Morgan. My father has 40 something acres where we can go and do shooting and all that. And I haven't, I should have did it last summer, but I was so busy with the garden and I just haven't gotten out there to do it. I'm thinking this summer I probably will. I'm still battling it from New Year's, Firefly. Does he have it again? Finn. His name is Finn, right? Your son? He's sick again with it? He's prone to it. Gardner Josh! Yeah, my dad does look like Santa. He does. When he was younger and it was big. Remember Grizzly Adams? The show Grizzly Adams? My dad looked like that. Blonde hair. Now everything's white. Oh, he's got the flu. That's what we thought it was here, but it turned out it wasn't. Throw my pistol and shoes on and go light a smoke and start rambling. How are you doing, Gardner Josh? And Leah, how's Leah doing? Yeah. I know when I got the vid back in October of 19, I was out sick for 6 weeks. I was out. And I went back to work after that, and I still had trouble breathing for a good 3 months later. It was hard. Oh, we all had the vid here, Firefly. Chris even had it, and that man doesn't even get a cold usually. He got it. Yep, he missed a whole week of worth of work. Yep, and it was unpaid. They wouldn't pay him using his paid time off that he had left. I don't know if we were supposed to tell them to do it, but we didn't, and so he got a $74 paycheck that week because he went in one day, half a day, and that's when they sent him home, and we tested him, and he was positive. Yeah. Hey, Mountaineer Mama. How you doing? I hope everything's going well with you guys. I haven't been staying in touch. I'm hoping to start now. I'm hoping to get on here a little more. I'm still stuffy. And I have my moments, like in the mornings when I really wake up, it's pretty bad and it'll taper off. And then at night it gets bad again. Yeah, it's out there and you can't avoid it. You know, the kids are made to go to school. That's what I thought it was with Chris. He had the shakes and the shivers. And I thought it was just the flu. The next day he had no shakes or shivers or anything. He was fine, but he had a little stuffy head. That was it. I'm gonna Gardner Josh, Moonlight, I'm gonna go live tonight. What time, Gardner Josh? At nighttime, I'm like right now, I can feel my head starting to fill back up again and starting to hurt right here. So I usually just lay on the couch at that time of night. Like I put stuff in the crock pot that I got to go deal with because I just didn't want to cook tonight. And I took out frozen mashed potatoes out of the freezer and I'm going to thaw those out and it's going to be Salisbury steaks over mashed potatoes. But I let the crock pot do all the work. I was going to text you. Who, me, Firefly? I'm not mad at you. 7:30. Okay. Arthritis bitching at me. But other than that, well, I'm glad you're doing okay. Oh, yeah, Firefly. Chris went to work that day and he worked outside and it was really cold and rainy. And he was in the water all day because he was cleaning out chutes all day. So when he got home, he was freezing like to the bone. Put him on the couch at 7 o'clock with like 3 fleece blankets and he was still shivering. So we thought it was just being outside in the wet and in the rain and working in the waters, the puddles of water and the hoses. And he was just soaking wet all day. And that's what we thought it was. And the next morning he was fine, no more shivering. Went to work and because Sierra got tested and was positive, I think I mentioned it on here in my community post, but I took it down. And so I don't know whether somebody saw that, but somebody at work started complaining to the office that he was sick with the vid at work. He hadn't even got tested. We didn't even know he had it because he was fine after that night. It all went away. I'm spreading my germs across the interwebs. Sherry Leach, Vicky, hi. It's nice to see you guys. Yeah, and it happened to me too. I had January 1st. After him, a couple days after him, I had the shivers so bad he put the fireplace on and I had several blankets, but I threw up. And after that, I was fine. And I woke up the next morning, no more shivers. Prepper 101, hi. Wow, everybody's here. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. It's nice to see all of you. Prepper went to the doctor yesterday and tested positive for being awesome. Yeah, that's true, Vicky. We can't even get to our doctor here. When Sierra caught it, it was on a Wednesday, and I called. They couldn't even see her till the following Wednesday. They told me to take her to the urgent care. And when we got to the urgent care, it was a line out the door, and it was like a 4-hour wait. When Chris finally took her, when they both went, because it was New Year's Eve, and I was prepping here to get everything ready for the live stream and cooking and all this, he brought her. 3-hour wait. They came back home and waited, and they got called to go back. 3-hour wait. Yeah. She didn't get it. She didn't get it, Firefly. Samantha didn't get it. Her mom tests regularly. Her mom works for the ER, a nurse at the big hospital, UMass. They didn't get it. Oh, you can't even go to the doctor over there. And my doctor is not even open every day. She's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yep. I can feel my head starting to hurt. When I was talking with Stedding on the phone earlier, I was laughing so hard because we were on the phone, and I'm just laughing because we're talking. And when I laugh, I get congested too. And I'm like, Stedding, I got to stop laughing. I gotta go. I gotta go clean out my head. Hey, Gina. I was only sober on Mondays. How are you, Gina? How are you, Vicky? Sherry Leach? I was just in the middle of watching Pinball's video, and I would have Bev's chicken video. No, not her chicken one. The one where she did a video on the tampering of the meds. I just started it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing yet. Oh, we're finally getting back on the mend. We had the vid running around here. Yeah. But it wasn't bad. It was more like a head cold type thing. Yeah. But I missed all you guys. I haven't had the energy. And when I got back from the store today, I said, I have some energy. I'm gonna come and do a live stream for a little bit and see who's out and around. Because I know Crazy Irish did one this morning. I popped in and said hello, but I didn't stay. I had things to go and do, and I think she moved. Did she move into? If any of you know, did she move into her grandma's house yet? I haven't kept up. I feel bad, but I've been binge watching The Walking Dead, which I'm starting to itch because I want to go back and watch. They just got to the part where Negan. Yeah, that's what we thought, Gina. We thought it was just like a flu because I never got the chills and all that when I got it back in 19. Hey, Life with Bobby. Oh, she did. Oh, that's good. Be charming. Hi, honey. It's nice to see you. So she's living in her grandma's house now, huh? She must be glad. She was waiting for quite a while. That was a long time coming. I have to reach out to her. I don't text anybody. I don't. I don't. I think I found Giggles on Facebook when it was her birthday the other day, but I didn't call her. I have calamine lotion in there. I have another bin of all lotions and creams, so I think it's in that one. But I never go near poison ivy or any of that kind of stuff. But I do keep some. I just finally got some because we had the diarrhea run through the house too at the same time, so I didn't think it was COVID. But I got what is it called? Imodium? I've never tried it. I just got a box of it just to have something for that. There's my prepper steading. Oh, yeah, we did chicken noodle. That's why we didn't think it was the vid because I didn't think you that was part of it was sore throats, but I thought it was the reason I sent Sierra to the urgent care because I thought she had strep throat and I didn't want her going to school passing strep throat on. Turns out it wasn't strep throat. I'm being a smack. You said you were itching because you wanted to. Oh. I know, Josh. I'm the same way. I like everybody for different reasons. Everybody on here has taught me a lot. Some of us, when we were all starting out together, we all learned together. And we talked and helped each other out a lot. And I don't get my head into all that other drama. Unless you come at me and do something to me personally. And then I don't even do anything. I'm done with you. Simple as that. I don't feel the need to broadcast everything out there. And so, but no one has ever done that to me because they're all cool, Hutch and Backwoods and Tribe and what was the other ones? Native. I love Native. And even Bigfoot and all them, they helped me out a lot on here when I was getting going. I don't have anything negative to say about anybody. It's not my business what all went on. My throat started hurting Friday. I would get tested then. You might have it because that's how it started here, Sassy Cat. Let me come up. Sometime when me and Chris do a live together, once in a while we'll open it up and let people up. It's just hard for me to focus. I've realized I like to focus on the chat and everybody that's in chat. That's where I like to put my attention because you come here to be a part of it. And I want to really give my attention to the people in chat, you guys. And I find that with me, I get squirreled everywhere if there's too many people up. And then I forget about chat and I forget about everybody and I don't focus. So that's why I decided to start doing it this way because I like to give attention to everybody. You all deserve it. You come here and you listen to my yabbering like that. But we do it once in a while where if Chris is here, we'll open it up. I would chicken noodle. At least then you'll know because it could be just a sore throat. Yep, Gardner Josh, I agree. And that's what I've been doing. I got a 20-pound bag of rice I got to let dry out. Then I got to get it to Mylard up. Add Arkansas. Oh my gosh. Pepper Steading. I'm going to have Chris build me a shelf. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Pepper Steading has been buying every state he goes to. He buys me these little jars. They're like with the rubber seal and the latch. And it has the state name on it. And you can put spices in it. Oh my God. He's gotten me so many from all over his travels. And that's something I will put to use. That won't sit there and just be sitting there. That will be put to use. That's what I like. Oh my God, I do remember Firefly. You surprised me and I love it. I can't wait till I'm feeling 100% because I really want you to come and because I have a Christmas present for you. And it would be great if you came around the same time as Pepper Steading. We'll have fun. We'll get the guys in the kitchen cooking again. And it's going to be whatever they want this time. Whatever Steading wants to cook, it's going to be whatever he wants. I know, Vicky. Strep was going around. The doctors put out a notice around here. So that's what I thought it was. Bye, Just Josh. Luckily here, it didn't really last. Todd had a sore throat for a day and then it was done. I know handicap travel. That's what but it took me a year or so of doing it to find out where I was going wrong, where I found that doing the live streams, like Trust in God and Lake Fairy were big helpers for me when I started doing lives. They taught me so much. They were so patient with me, so helpful with me, and taught me everything. They taught me everything. Prepping 101 too. And so I try to get along with everybody. But I realized after doing it, so I would get every like 6 people up here or 10 people at one point. I had the paid version and I wasn't paying close attention to the chat. I'd forget. And I didn't like that about myself. I want to give attention to everybody. So that's why I do it now, just me. Because I can't focus. Chris and I will build it for you. I won a thing from Broussard's channel a while back. The elderberry pouch with all the spices to go with it. I just can't find it. I got to figure out where I put it. I do have elderberry drops here though, and the kids take those and I take those. I told Sierra about that pineapple. So I bought real fresh pineapples, cut them up for her when she had a sore throat. Yep. Wow, that long, Be Charming? Jeez. I have found some good moderators great people if I don't see them come in. Yeah, like Shift Kicker, Be Charming, everybody in here that is lit up in blue, they are the best moderators. They are fabulous, and these are people that have been with me since the beginning of my journey here, and I will never, 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 never not talk with them. They are I'm so grateful you're all in here because you all have stuck with me since the beginning. I adore Prepper Steading. I don't care who hears it. The man, Sierra loves that man. We all love Steading. He is, when he comes here, and even Sierra has said this. This is what she says, that when he comes here, he brightens up this place. He makes it fun because I'm an old boring fogey, and he makes it fun. And he does. He does. Oh my God. Him and him and Chris together. Oh, uh, you're not blue, Be Charming? Why are you not blue? Hold on. One moment, please. I thought you were blue. I lost a bunch of moderators. Like Trust in God was blue too, but he's not a moderator for me anymore. And I lost him once before and I had to go back in and I didn't know how to do it. And I went back to an old live and clicked the 3 buttons and I made him a moderator again. But I noticed that I don't know if he's still not I don't know. He is, isn't he, Firefly? Oh my God. He's just so awesome. He came and fixed my toilet. Who does that? Prepper Steading. Taught Chris how to change the toilet out. Hey, True American Loretta. How are you, honey? My lips are chapped. They're dry, and I've been biting them. No, Firefly, she does not. She likes you coming here, too. She got all excited the last time when I said you were coming. She flew down the hallway. Is it because he shares his dresses with you? I have a 5-pound tub of the cactus dust. I just finally opened it. And I have to open up my 5-pound tub of the chicken and fish cactus dust and refill one of my containers. Oh, that stuff is so good. I have a pork butt thawing out downstairs in the fridge, and that's going to get all slathered with the pork cactus dust. I'm getting moist. Make me laugh. My ribs are going to start hurting. I was laughing so hard today on the phone. My sinuses all stopped up again. Yes, it's 5 pounds. Be Charming, I'm not lying. I bought if you go on Everglades Cactus Dust website, they have 5-pound tubs. I bought a 5-pound tub of the cactus dust and a 5-pound tub of the chicken and fish. That chicken and fish one is the bomb on rotisserie chicken. Oh my God. How are you doing, Loretta? I thought it was Joe Morgan or something that said you were you in the hospital a while back, maybe? I think it was you he was talking about. Hey, MPH. I'm glad catch it watching you. I don't think I'm positive anymore. I think it's all gone out of the house now. We're all better now. Oh no, I'm not lying. That's like the salt potatoes. I got a big bag of salt I bought from the salt potato place when I bought the potatoes the last time. And I still have the big bag of salt. Oh, it was in August? Huh. I almost died. That's how it was for me in 2019 when I got it in October. I wasn't sure I was going to make it. A couple times I was so nervous that the kids would come home from the school bus and come in the house and find me dead on the couch. That's how bad it was. Twice I felt that way out of the 6 weeks. I was so scared to get it again because I didn't want to go through that. So when I did get it and it was just a head cold, I was like, thank God, because Back then, I couldn't even breathe. My chest was closed. They had me on a nebulizer, and I had a prednisone, and I had, the inhaler, and I was overdosing on the inhaler because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, 2 puffs isn't enough." So I just kept puffing on it as well as being on the prednisone at the same time and the Mucinex and the all the prescribed the antibiotics, and I was over medicating, and I was shaked. Crazy Irish hasn't been out of the hospital all that long? What? Crazy Irish was in the hospital? Ugh, my ribs are starting to hurt from sitting up too long. I'm gonna have to go soon. Like, my back gets tired. I didn't know Crazy Irish was in the hospital. What was she in the hospital for? I have not been paying attention. What was she sick with? Her live stream today, I thought she was at home. What did I do? What do you mean, what did I do, Loretta? I'm confused. What did I do about what? Boy, I'm looking at myself and my hair is just one big mess. I gotta go soon because I gotta deal with the crock pot. But what did I do about what, honey? Oh, my ribs. It was the coughing was so bad when I had the COVID back in 2019, before they knew it was COVID. It was just coughing so bad. I just couldn't stop coughing. And I felt like my ribs were broken. And she prescribed me Vertussin with codeine. It's a big bottle of liquid. And like after the second dose of it, it just knocked it out. But I was at the tail end. It was like 6 weeks of having it, 6 weeks of upper respiratory broken. It just felt like my backbones and my chest bones were broken. She had all kinds of issues. Coof, then her diabetes went wonky. I will have to call her. I thought she was moving all this time. Wow. I'll have to call her. I'm so bad with that. I don't call anybody. I'm so bad with that. She probably won't want to talk to me now because I just been away too long. I'll text her. I thought she was just moving into her house and getting. I remember that she was having a lot of problems with the apartment she was living in, their condo, and they had to fix all that and get that fixed so that the daughter could move in, and then she had a lot going on to fix over at the new house. That's what I thought she was doing. I don't really know, MPH, because my home test we got them through the pharmacy. We had the prescription from we called, and our insurance gave us each person 8 tests on our insurance. And I took them, and they'd said negative, and then Chris went to the urgent care, and it was positive. Oh. That's a synthetic form of heroin. Well, I only needed 2 doses, and then it knocked it right out. I couldn't believe it. The coughing stopped. Oh, wow, I'm gonna have to reach out to her. I did not know that, Be Charming. I thought she was just in the process of doing, because I know that was a lot of work. They were finding more and more things wrong every time they fixed something in the condo, and she just kept going through like all kinds of mold issues and things like that, and that's a lot of work. That takes time, and then she had to do stuff over at the new house too, and fix grandma's got sick and hospitalized, got out and moved. Well, that's good. I'm gonna reach out to her. Well, there was a video that Trust did saying not to bother her, that she was sick, and don't go bothering her. Don't call her and all this. He told everybody on the video. So I picked up my phone and I started texting her. I said, well, Trust said not to bother you, but I'm going to be a rebel and I'm going to bother you. And I just want to know how you're doing. And she did text back and say she was feeling better, but she never said anything about being in the hospital. I said, I'm being a rebel. Trust told us all to leave you alone, but I'm not listening. But she just laughed and said that she's feeling better. I did not know she was in the hospital. It turned into a remodel. Wow. Wow. Be safe, okay? Be safe, true American Loretta. We don't have many over here at Wal. We have 3 Walmarts around us, and they're all wiped out. All wiped out. You see my bucket here. I keep adding to it. This is all our cold meds and Mucinex and Motrins and all kinds of stuff. I've been picking some up every time I go. I am gonna go too, guys, because I have something in the crock pot. Yeah, keep your head on a swivel because right here in this town at one of the local grocery stores, there was a post on Facebook. 2 friends, they were 2 girls. They went out to the store. They came out and it was raining. They came out and there was an envelope with over $900 of real money in it on the ground by their door of their car. And it was dry, so it had just been put there. They did not take that money. They hurried up and got in their car and locked the doors and left. There was 3 vans, 3 of the same colored vans, all within a few feet of their car with men sitting in them. She saw as they were pulling out, one of those men get out of the van and go grab that envelope of money and put it in front of another car. And they had a group of people in those vans. It wasn't just one man. They're trying to get people. So, no. I'm glad I'm older and they're not going to want me for anything. But I still try not to go out without Chris. When I go to like the Walmarts and stuff, I'll go to the little store down the street, but I park so close to the front and I, you know, it's rainy here. We had snow last night. Anyways, I got to get out of this chair because my back's starting to hurt. And I got to go work on the crock pot meal. We've been ordering out a lot lately because I just haven't had the energy. I got to make something tonight. He informed me yesterday when we were cleaning out the freezer. He's like, stop it, start cooking. I finally have the energy to do so. But I will be on soon. I'm sure Chris will come on with me maybe over the weekend. But I do appreciate all of you watching today and joining me and hanging out with me. And I've been out of the loop so long. So everybody have a great night. I will see you soon. Hopefully you'll have new videos coming out. Everything you guys have been seeing have been since December. Those are December's videos. I will hey, Full Marty, how are you doing, honey? I know you were going through some crap too. Oh my gosh. I will definitely say hello to Chris. I'm going to get him up here and we'll do a live stream. We talked about it this past weekend. We just didn't feel up to it. I was really me, I'm the one it's lingering with, like the tiredness. He's back to his normal self. He was back to his normal self a few days after. But we'll try to get up here and do a live stream this weekend together. And I'll probably just have Chris take over the live stream and open it up to have people come up. I just don't know what day. Depends. He may have to work Saturday. He didn't have to work this past Saturday, which was good. But we got to get back under the ball with the paychecks now. So everybody have a great day. I will see you soon. It was nice chatting with you all.